Once upon a time, wealth meant something you could hold. Gold, land, a house built on solid ground. Today, it's nothing more than a number glowing on a screen. A flicker of code, a digital illusion. Controlled not by you, but by invisible gatekeepers who decide what it's worth and whether you can access it at all. We were told this was progress, that digital banking, online trading, and cashless convenience were signs of modernization. But somewhere along the way, wealth stopped being real and became a mirage. In this documentary, we unravel the untold story of how the world's money, once the anchor of civilization, became a system of trust, data, and control. A system where your wealth is only as real as the people who permit it to exist. This is the story of when wealth became a digital illusion controlled by gatekeepers. Title card fades in, when wealth became a digital illusion controlled by gatekeepers. Thousands of years ago, wealth was physical, tangible, visible. A farmer's crops, a king's gold, a merchant's silk. Every coin, every jewel, every acre of land was proof of value. Earned, owned, defended. Trade was built on something simple, trust backed by substance. When the first coins appeared in ancient Lydia around 600 BCE, they changed everything. For the first time, humans carried value in their hands. Standardized, stamped, universal. Gold and silver became symbols of civilization itself. But gold was heavy. It was slow. It limited the ambitions of empires that wanted to grow faster than their treasure chests would allow. And so, paper was born, a promise to pay, backed by the metal stored somewhere else. Money, once real, became a claim, a piece of paper saying, "Trust me." In the 1600s, banks emerged not just as vaults, but as creators of money itself. They realized something extraordinary. They could lend more than they actually had. If only a few depositors came to withdraw their gold at a time, they could issue loans far beyond their reserves and still seem trustworthy. Thus was born fractional reserve banking, the quiet revolution that transformed wealth from metal to mathematics. Every loan created new money, not minted, but imagined. By the 1800s, the illusion had become systemic. Nations built economies on credit, promising repayment through future growth. Banks became the invisible kings of the industrial world. And when growth stalled, they simply printed more. Footage fades to the Great Depression, 1930s America. But illusions by nature are fragile. When confidence broke in 1929, the entire world collapsed into chaos. The Great Depression wasn't just an economic crisis, it was a crisis of trust. People saw their life savings vanish overnight, not because the gold was gone, but because the belief in money was. For centuries, money was tied, however loosely, to something real. Until one summer night in 1971, when that last thread was cut. President Richard Nixon announced to the world that the United States would no longer redeem dollars for gold. The gold standard, the foundation of global value, was dead. From that moment, money became faith. Its worth depended not on metal, but on confidence. In governments, in banks, in systems run by people we never elected. They called it fiat currency. Money by decree, fade to stock exchange scenes, computers beeping, oil crisis footage. The consequences were invisible but immense. Inflation surged, debt exploded, and yet the illusion continued, stronger than ever. Because now, for the first time, money could be created with a keystroke. Central banks no longer needed gold. They had computers. As the 20th century faded, we entered an era of unprecedented innovation and control. The world went online. Money followed. Credit cards, online banking, digital wallets. They promised freedom. No more lines, no more paper. Just instant access. But behind that convenience, something darker was forming. A world where every transaction, every movement of money was recorded, analyzed, and approved. We stopped asking who controls the money and started asking how fast can it move. By 2008, the illusion cracked again. The global financial crisis exposed the fragility of a system built on derivatives, speculation, and blind trust. Trillions vanished into digital air. Governments bailed out the same banks that caused the collapse. Ordinary people lost homes, jobs, futures. And the message was clear. When the system breaks, the gatekeepers get rescued. You get replaced. Once bankers controlled money. Today, coders, corporations, and central algorithms do. The gatekeepers have changed their names. Google, Apple, PayPal, Visa, BlackRock, JP Morgan, Meta. But the game remains the same. Control access to what people believe is wealth. Every time you tap your card or open an app, your wealth passes through private hands. Every gate takes its fee, collects your data, and tracks your behavior. You no longer own money. You rent access to it. Slow zoom on a phone payment screen. In 2020, the digital shift accelerated. Lockdowns made cash suspicious. People embraced contactless payments. And behind the scenes, central banks prepared their next great leap, CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. Suspenseful music rises. A new kind of money, programmable, traceable, and controllable at the deepest level. A currency that can expire, be frozen, or denied with the push of a button. It's marketed as innovation, but to some, it's the final stage of the illusion. A system where wealth isn't just digital, it's conditional. In this new world, you don't just need balance, you need permission. Every illusion has its breaking point, and ours may already be approaching. In the early 2020s, inflation returned with a vengeance. Trillions printed during the pandemic flooded the economy, driving prices to record highs. People began to realize digital wealth doesn't buy real stability. Crypto promised freedom, decentralized, transparent, borderless. But as markets crashed and exchanges fell, it became clear. Even the new money wasn't immune to the old games. FTX, Celsius, Luna, billions lost, millions betrayed. Once again, the gatekeepers simply changed names. The system feeds on trust, and when that trust dies, chaos begins. Because when money itself is uncertain, everything built on it starts to shake. In the aftermath of every collapse, the same solutions return. More regulations, more oversight, more promises, but none of them restore what we lost: ownership. Every fix strengthens the same centralized systems that caused the problem. We are told this is necessary for safety, for efficiency, for convenience. But behind every convenience lies control. When banks fail, they are rescued. When citizens fail, they are blamed. And each new bailout creates more digital debt. Wealth conjured out of nothing, backed by nothing, owed by everyone. It's a cycle of illusion, and no one escapes its gravity. Today, the most valuable resource on Earth isn't gold, oil, or even money. It's data. And just like money before it, data too has become an illusion of ownership. You think your information belongs to you until it's sold, mined, or manipulated by those who own the servers it lives on. Tech giants don't just process data, they monetize belief. Your clicks, your habits, your attention, converted into capital. In this new economy, even you are an asset. Tokenized, tracked, tradable. So when people say money is going digital, they miss the deeper truth. Everything is, and every digital thing can be controlled. The final illusion is already being built. It's not cashless, it's not even paperless, it's permissionless until it isn't. Imagine a future where your digital wallet is your identity, where every transaction is verified, approved, or denied based on your behavior. Where algorithms decide what you can buy, sell, or even say. This isn't fiction. It's being tested. In pilot programs, in policy drafts, in quiet meetings of the world's most powerful financial bodies. We call it progress. But when the power to define value belongs to a few, the rest of us are just living inside someone else's code. Land, skills, community. Things that can't be erased with a keystroke. Second, trust is the only currency that truly holds value. When that trust is centralized, corruption is inevitable. When it's shared, prosperity is possible. Third, the more invisible wealth becomes, the more visible power must be. If you can't see where your money lives, you must see who controls it. We stand at a crossroads between digital freedom and digital dependency, between innovation and illusion. The story of wealth has always been a story of belief, and belief, once broken, doesn't return easily. Maybe the next collapse won't be a stock market crash or a bank run. Maybe it will be something quieter, a collective awakening to the truth that our wealth was never really ours. When that day comes, the illusion will end, and what remains will finally reveal what we truly value.